you can see, it's a lot of ocean and paint and color, and I've been painting the landscape my entire life. I'm a Pisces, I love the ocean. I grew up with a lot of time by the ocean, and the ocean's a pretty special place to me. And this past year, while I was working on this body of work, I started writing as I was working about the art, and it was such a great process. And by the way, I started writing after a workshop at the gallery with one of the other artists who gave us some cool exercises, and it was just such a great opportunity. So I started writing, and I always knew I loved the ocean. I always knew I loved art and painting, but this writing helped me figure out the why. And for me, it all comes down to connection. This is why public speaking is kind of hard for me. But anyways, I'm gonna move on. And so this is where I try to not do the squirrel thing. Thank you for these, by the way. There we go, I got it out of my head. So the ocean, bless you. The ocean, for me, represents so much connection. It represents connecting me to myself, with connecting me to my past, childhood memories with special people in my life. It connects me to my present. When we're there, your senses are awakened, the sense of smell, the sound of the waves. It really gives you time to just be present, and especially in this fast-paced world, it allows you to slow down and appreciate your thoughts. And then it also connects you to your future. Looking at the ocean, how many times have I sat there dreaming of, something in the future? And I love that. And overall, it connects you to, this might get big, but it connects you to the universe. We're all connected by the ocean. And I also care about the ocean a lot, and it's so important. And so what my hope for you as the viewer is that my art, my reflections of the ocean can connect you to your own relationship with the ocean. It can connect you to a time in your past that was special, or something positive that you gained from it, whether it's joy, excitement, healing, calm, crazy, stormy, survival, whatever. And that's my hope for the viewer. And let's see, I have one more little note here. Oh, so you might also notice occasionally I have boats in my paintings, and I've been thinking about that a lot. And sometimes they're dinghies or fishing boat, it might be up closer in the foreground. And so often, what I've come to realize is that these boats, for me, often represent something about the human life, human quality. So for me, sometimes those boats, the fishing boat, the dinghies, they remind me just of what makes us all so unique. The dings, the quirky little, it's all related to the history of the boat, the adventures it had, the storms it floated on. And then for me, the boats in the distance, up near the horizon, really often remind me of that poem. There's a famous poem, and it's mostly attributed to Henry Van Dyke, and it's about the little sailing vessel, and it's heading off towards the horizon. It's far back to me. And, sorry.
It's okay.
I'm shaking. All right.
Don't worry about it.
Anyways, so the boats, they're going further in the distance, and eventually you don't see them, but they're still there. And I lost my dad last year, and he's a special guy. He was also a Navy man, so there's that kind of boat, even though he would never go on a submarine kind of Navy. But he liked to stay on land after his time in the Navy. So he, that idea that even if that person you've lost is no longer in your sight, they're still there with you. And I love that. So anyways, that's it. Thank you. We love you.